Alright, here's the thing. So, every time I talk about cardistry, the one question that I get asked the most is, well, what is cardistry? So, here's my take on it. Let's start with the name cardistry itself. Cardistry is made up of the words card and artistry. Because of this, it could probably be best defined as the art of card flourishing. Okay, great. So, card flourishing. Now, what does that look like? Well, something like this. So that's just a little bit of a sample of a lot of things that you can do with cardistry. If you haven't already checked out some of the other stuff on YouTube, I highly recommend just checking out some of the super cool cardistry out there. There's some incredibly talented people doing stuff that, I didn't imagine you could do with a deck of cards. And that's just the beauty of cardistry. It's very open-ended, and really anybody can add to it. Now, some of the OG cardists, like Dan and Dave Buck and stuff, added a lot, and then now there are people like me who have essentially learned everything they know off of YouTube, and now I'm doing tutorials on YouTube, so it's developing. Now, there's another question, probably the second most asked question for a cardist, or at least for myself, and my answer is no, cardistry is not magic. You can probably infer what the question is. Now, I can see why people make the association, because magicians originally used card flourishes to look cool and add to their magic tricks, until eventually somebody was like, hey, how about we just take the look cool part and leave the magic, and that's how you get cardistry. Now, to give that some context, it wasn't until fairly recently, as in the 1980s or somewhere thereabouts, where cardistry sort of first emerged as its own thing, separate from magic. Before that, card flourishing was indeed a part of magic. A lot of people point to the development of the Sybil cut, or the 5 faces of Sybil, which looks something like this. If I can get a deck of cards out. Probably should have prepared a bit better. But 5 faces of Sybil looks like this. Boom, 5 packets. And you close out like that. So it's actually a pretty common cut these days, just because it's sort of the foundation of cardistry. Again, these things aren't like 100% agreed upon, but I've heard from a lot of places that the Sybil cut is sort of the beginning to modern cardistry and card flourishing and packet cuts. And then from there, people took it and just ran with it. As I mentioned earlier, the Buck twins, Dan and Dave Buck, who run Art of Play, they did a lot. They're sort of the OGs. Zach Mueller, who has Fontaines. Of course, the Verts, forgetting his name, but the Verts, the super cool guys with the amazing card trailers, also very inspiring for people, YouTubers like me. Did I just call myself a YouTuber? It's sort of the same thing with cardists. Like, I guess now I call myself a cardist, because by definition, I am a cardist, because I do cardistry. Just like if you play the piano, by definition, you are a pianist, even if you don't consider yourself a super great one. So I guess, yeah, I'm a cardist, just maybe not, I'm working on it. But back to what I was saying about magic and cardistry, there's a little bit of, I don't know if I would call it tension necessarily, but Some cardists find it a little bit offensive if you ask them to do a magic trick, because, you know, cardistry is not the same thing as magic. Now, if you ask me to do a magic trick, I am a-okay with that. But, you know, some cardists don't do magic, and they only do cardistry and only want to do cardistry. And that's just what it is. And I think that's probably the second most question once people sort of know what cardistry is. Actually, if they know what cardistry is, maybe they won't ask the second question. So maybe by answering what cardistry is, you could eliminate the second question. Yeah, I don't know. That's just a bit of me rambling. And also, a quick disclaimer. I am probably not the most qualified to talk about cardistry and its philosophy and what it is. There are plenty of much better cardists than me out there on YouTube. But I thought I would just share my 2 cents, create a video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you are new to cardistry, by all means check out more cardistry stuff. Check out my channel. If you are into cardistry, also check out my channel because I have tutorials and a bunch of random videos. Kind of a cool mashup of videos. You might enjoy it. If you liked the video, there is actually a button for that right down there. And if you like watching my videos and you're not subscribed, there is another button for that right below the like button. Leave your thoughts, your comments, your video suggestions, questions, whatever you got. Leave it down in the comments below. Highly appreciate it. Thank you for 780 some subs. That's pretty cool. But that's all I have for today. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Whoa, it's a bit of a reach.